Here at Paradise Brewing, we are a West Coast inspired brewery. We do like hop forward beers. It's not the only style of beer that we produce. We do have 18 taps, but our specialty is hop forward beers. Whenever I say that, a lot of people get scared. A lot of people think that if I say hop forward beer, then I mean something that's very bitter and not very balanced. Quite the opposite. A hop forward beer, when it's properly done, is this beautiful symphony in the glass. There's a lot of aromatics, there's a lot of flavors that come from hops, not just bitterness. What happens is that whenever it leaves the West Coast, it takes a minimum of 3 weeks before it gets here to the East Coast. So by the time it gets here, a lot of those volatile flavors and aromas have aged out, that beer's matured, and by the time you get it, it is a way different beer, a way different experience than what the brewer intended it to taste like. As far as West Coast style hop forward beers, it's not really designed to travel very far. So when you try to go for a style like a West Coast style, the closer you are to the brewery, the more fresh the beer is going to be, the better the beer is going to be, the more it's going to be the way it's intended that the brewer wanted it to taste like. All right, the fourth ingredient in beer, this is what everybody thinks of when they think of beer. Hops, it's the spice of beer. House is 465 gallons, which is a 15-barrel brew house. So we'll move over 465 gallons of liquid, and we'll boil for about 1 hour to 2 hours, anywhere from 60 minutes to 120 minutes. I know a lot of people are familiar with Dogfish Head craft brewery out of Delaware. They have a 60-minute, 90-minute, 120-minute beers. That's just how long they boil the beers for. So here, this is where we add our hops. And the longer you boil a hop, the more bitterness you get out of the hop. Even less you boil a hop, the more flavors you'll extract out. Even less you boil a hop, the more aromatics you'll get out of the hop. So most of our beers do have 3 additions, but that's not a hard and fast rule. Our beers that aren't hop forward, like our stouts or our wheat beers, will have 1 hop addition, and that's just at the bittering phase to help balance some of the sweetness. And then our IPAs can have up to 7 additions. So we do play the transition zones between bitter and flavor and aroma, but that's how we build our beautiful earthy, grassy, citrusy, punchy, beautiful hop characteristics to the beer. Dry hopping means that I crawl to the very top of the tank, open that little tiny hole, and put a bunch more hops in there. Since we're not boiling the liquid any longer, we're not going to extract any bitterness out of the hops. We're going to extract just the flavors, a little bit of flavors, but mostly aromas. We're going for hop oils here. We want to get those aromatics into the beer, and once those beautiful aromatics are there, we'll be in contact with the hops anywhere from 3 to 10 days, depending on how big the beer is and how many hop additions we have.